What is going on, hopefully future members of the Asphyxiation Nation? This is Asphyxiated503, bringing you a commentary that I put a lot of effort into, and try to release once a week. This is part of my series entitled Class is in Session, and I did this one for this community channel with hopes of getting more of a following of people that enjoy an intellectual commentary instead of just story time. Now, before I get started, I just wanted to let you guys know that in the background, this is a free-for-all match that I played on Discovery using the AK-47. I don't usually play free-for-all. This was just the game I had on my hard drive. I think I ended up going 30-7, so it's not the best. But anyways, just watch that in the background, and we will begin. I've been sitting here trying to decide what topic I want to talk about in this Class is in Session video, and I'm having a tough time. I narrowed it down to two topics, dreaming or this certain kind of drug called DMT. So since they're both kind of tied into each other, I decided that the overall topic would be DMT. So let us begin. The other day I was talking to a friend of mine about a drug called DMT. I didn't really know a lot about it, if anything, so I decided that I would do a little research on it, and I thought, holy shit, this would be a cool topic for a video discussion. Upon my research, I stumbled upon a video where Joe Rogan talks about the actual drug. I found what he had to say to be very interesting and intriguing, thus only fueling my research deeper into the drug. I spent a good amount of time just reading up on it on different websites and growing my knowledge. Now you may be thinking, I don't care about how you learned about it, just get into it. What the hell is this drug about? Okay, the actual name is pronounced dimethyltryptamine, or it's more commonly known as DMT. It is the strongest psychedelic known to man and is extremely illegal. If you have seen or heard about the movie Limitless, the main character takes a drug that is supposed to allow you to access the part of the brain that we don't ever use. As it has been documented that we only use up to 90% of our brain at a time. The drug would allow you to use that extra 10%. The drug DMT somewhat does the same thing. When taken, it allows your brain to use the pineal gland in the center of your brain to release the DMT into your system, causing you to have a psychedelic trip. These trips have been described as the most intense experiences, which could include a total loss of conventional reality, so much so that it becomes ineffable, or in other words, rendering you completely defenseless and speechless during your trip to where you don't even know what is real and what is fake. When on DMT, your heart rate and blood pressure rises, and upon coming down after the trip, people feel extremely paranoid and scared, as well as confusion and panic. Joe Rogan described the trip as seeing floating geometric shapes and bright pulsating lights, as well as an energy from a Buddhist monk telling him not to be too astonished. I want to read you one more experience that I found online, where this guy explains what happened to him on his trip. He wrote, "As I was holding one of my hits in, I noticed that the lamp situated in front of me had taken on a certain form, a certain aesthetic that told me I was in line for one of those special experiences. I closed my eyes. The color scheme is only what I can describe as those deep pinks and purples of a powerful sunset. I was literally being swept onward and upward into the heavens. I could practically hear harps playing, and it was the sweetest, most peaceful, loving, motherly feeling that one could possibly imagine as I was being cradled into the arms of heaven itself. The soft purple clouds swooping around me. The closest human word I have to describe this feeling was that it was sheerly angelic in its purest form." Pretty intense, huh? And to think that this sort of trip can come from something that our own body produces. It has been said that a trip of DMT can last anywhere from 5 to 30 minutes, but is more likely to last only 5 to 10. Now you may be wondering, how do I obtain DMT, or where does it come from? I'll get on to how to obtain it in a bit, but I want to talk about where it comes from. At night, when you sleep, your brain enters a phase called rapid eye movement, or REM. This is when you dream. When in this state, your brain releases a chemical called DMT, which is what causes you to dream. So in essence, you go on a psychedelic trip every night, every single night, actually, when you sleep. It is also released right before death, which could explain the out-of-body experiences people recall when they encounter a near-death experience. Now, when you come down off of a trip of DMT, sorry, I'm stuttering a little bit, most people cannot recall what happened. And the more of it you take, the harder it is to remember what happened. This is just like when dreaming. Most people cannot recall ever dreaming. Now back to the topic of how much DMT you take. The more that you take, the harder your brain tries to protect you from the trip and make you not remember. Pretty crazy, huh? So you may be questioning, does one obtain a substance that is already in our bodies? Well, it's not just found in humans. It's found in almost all mammals as well as many plants, such as grass. And in order to obtain the drug, you need to do so by extracting it in a lab or through various chemist setups. So it actually takes knowledge to obtain this drug, so that could possibly be why it is harder to come by. Now, the point of this episode was not to tell you guys about this super new cool drug that I've learned about. It was to open your eyes to the wonders of life. To think that our brains have the ability to hold a drug so powerful that it makes you lose grasp on conventional reality, doesn't that make you think a little bit? We don't know as much about our brains as we like to think we do. I mean, there really isn't even an explanation as to why we need sleep so bad, other than recovery. And it is still unknown as to why we would even dream. Why would our brains need this psychedelic trip every night? Now, I know I don't have an answer to this, so if you do, please feel free to go ahead and leave it in the comments section below. So, I hope you guys enjoyed this commentary, and like I said before, I do a new episode about once a week, and I always choose a new topic. I try to teach you guys something you didn't know before or open your eyes to something new. So if you enjoyed this commentary or look forward to my future episodes, or even want to check out my past episodes, please come to my channel and show me some love. I appreciate you guys taking your time to listen to me. This has been Asphyxiated 503. Peace.